Okay, so this is basically Selenium Java. Selenium Java. What we are discussing here is like first we will learn the Java. So Java programming languages we are using here to develop our Selenium framework or Selenium test scripts. So here it is a course content. If you see here, so this is a course content. This is the Java syllabus. First, we are going to cover all the Java, like installation of Java and what are the basics of Java and OOPS concepts, class, object, and inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation interfaces, abstract classes. So these are all the topics in collection framework, access specifiers, keywords, data types. So whatever the our programming language required, all the course all the content we are going to discuss here. Like and string handling functions, conditional statements, for loops, if else conditions, while loop, and how to write your own user defined methods, like how to develop your own code like based on the requirement, and exception handling the dates in Java. So these are all the concepts we are going to discuss. These are all the concepts which are relevant to our Seleniums. Like Java is a huge programming language. There are more concepts are there. Here we are basically focusing on core Java here. Uh, So let's move to the Selenium topics. So Selenium core concepts are like setting up the Selenium environment, Firebug, what is Firepath, GrowPath, how we are identifying the elements, and the Selenium RC, what is Selenium RC, remote control, Selenium WebDriver, different types of locators, and how we need to test on cross-browser testing, like executing our single script on a different browsers like Firefox, Internet Explorer, Chrome. So this is called cross-browser testing. How we are performing the cross-browser testing, and as well as the Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid is required for parallel testing purpose. We will use Selenium Grid. So how we configure the Selenium Grid, how we execute scripts on our Selenium Grid. These are we are going to discuss, and how we are sending the data to the application, how we are performing drop-down operations, how we are doing mouse over actions. So here the basic Selenium operations what we are performing like drop down, handling the tables, multiple windows, multiple frames, and JavaScript executor, and how to write your own framework, adding reportings to your framework. So these are all the things we are going to discuss. And whenever you are developing a framework, all the real-time strategies, what we are going to use, those things we will discuss in the design patterns. So these are all the concepts we are going to discuss in our course. Um, before writing the Selenium scripts, what we require, the basic thing is like we need to organize our Selenium scripts by using the TestNG frame. TestNG framework is to organize your scripts. Generally, launching code will be there. Launching it's a test. The main test will be there, and how to quit the browser. These are all the concepts are involved inside the test engine. Like whenever we have a particular requirement, based on the particular requirement, we are going to use the test engine annotations. Those are all the things we are going to discuss, and how to report in test engine also we are going to discuss. Parallel execution, multiple scenarios. These are all the things we are going to discuss. So as of now, you people are working on manual testing. If you are new to this automation thing, maybe you are not going to understand anything as of now. But all the course content what we are going to discuss, I'm just displaying. Don't worry, I will explain everything and the topic wise, and we will provide all the assignments for the particular topic. Like whatever the topic I explain, I will provide a particular assignment regarding that topic. uh, if you are facing any problems while completing the assignment also, we will guide you, no issues. So this is the Maven. Like after the test engine, what we are discussing is like Maven build management tool. Why we are using Maven, and what are the prerequisites? Like if you want to share your project to some other people who are in remote place, like so for that purpose we are using Maven here. Like the Maven, what it will provide generally is it's a build management tool. So whenever you are sharing your project, complete project to the other person, the project dependencies they can't get it directly. So for that purpose, what the Maven is providing here is It will provide, if you mention all the dependency details inside the in fun file, automatically all the corresponding dependency files, like dependencies means uh, what are the supporting files will be there, supporting jar files will be there. So those are all the jar files will be automatically downloaded, automatically downloads, because that details will be inside the palm file. Based upon the palm file, all the jars file will be downloaded, added to your project. So whenever you share a project with the remote location person, they will automatically get get all the downloads by using this Maven tool. So I will explain in detail everything. Like so, whenever we are working on the Maven, we require some commands. Those commands, Maven installation, Maven project creation, and how we add the dependency files. What is Maven lifecycle? What are the Maven plugins are there? So these are all the things I'm going to explain in our course. BDD framework. So we are using the BDD framework. BDD framework is like a behavior driven development framework. So which will be useful. All the business people also can understand what your test case is doing. Like you have a manual test case, you are converted into a Selenium script. If someone is reading the Selenium script directly, they can't understand because they do not have any technical knowledge, right? So if the business people also want to understand your uh, test case, what it is doing, so we will go for the BDD framework. In the BDD framework, the basic tool we are using is Cucumber. There is other tool is also the JBehave. So here we are using Cucumber. In the Cucumber, we are having feature files. Like in the feature files, we will write all the given when format. Um, I will explain in detail about the BDD framework in our session. Like while we are developing the BDD framework, we are using the page object model as a design pattern here. This is the page object model we are using here. This is a page object model we are using. And what is a, BDD framework? What are all the components of the BDD framework? We are going to discuss in detail in our session. Okay. Today, if I explain all the things, it will be hectic. So I will explain one by one. I'm just showcasing what we are going to discuss in our course. That's it. So Git repository. So if one or two or else some 10 programmers or 100 programmers are working on a same project, so they required some central repository location to store the code, right? So whenever they are accessing the code, the one day they have written code and they have stored that code somewhere, and again the next day they came and they want to access the same code. So that should be stored in somewhere, right? So that is a tool which we are going to discuss now. Git is a tool where we are going to store our all the programs, like whatever the programs written by all the programmers. Like one project is there, five programmers are working, they are storing in the different locations. So whenever they are next time they are accessing, all the changes won't come. So that's the reason we require a central repository. So now I'm explaining about the Git central repository. Here we consider Git, there are multiple central repositories are like Bitbucket, Subversion, GitHub. So there are different central repositories we have actually. So in the Git, what we are going to discuss is like repository creation, how we are importing the project, how we are committing the project, what are the Git operations, how we fetch the code, and how we committing the code, and what are the Git commands while we are operating on the Git. So these are all the things we are going to discuss. Okay. Here we have some couple of CI/CD tools like Jenkins, Docker. These are all the comes under CI/CD tools. What is CI/CD? Continuous integration and continuous development. Like in the agile world, what is happening here is like developers are developing the code and testers are testing it, and again developers build a new build, and again with the all the change with the old changes, developers will uh, release a new build, and again testers are testing it. This is a continuous process going on, right? Here, like after writing your automation scripts, if you want to run on your local machine, you can execute it at any time. So if you place it in a central server, you can execute it in any machine, like all over the world by connecting with the internet. you can execute on any machine by using the CI/CD servers. Jenkins is a particular CI/CD server where you can store your automation code in your Git, and you can pull this code by using one URL. That URL you have to provide while you are creating a Jenkins job. So I'm just giving a overview on every topic, like small overview. So once you create that, then you can execute on any machine all over the world. This is the CI/CD facility that is provided by the Jenkins. So in Jenkins, what we are going to discuss is how we are creating a Jenkins job and how we are parametering a Jenkins job, how we are executing a Jenkins job, and how to create a AWS node, and how we are executing our automation scripts on AWS node. These are the things we are going to discuss on CI/CD tools. Okay. So what is the value add from this program, like from this course? There are multiple platforms in the YouTube as well, in so many social media sites, and so many websites are there to learn Selenium Java. So if you learn here, what is the value add to your course? So here, what is the value add means live projects we will provide, and how to develop a real-time automation framework, and what is the key challenges we are going to face. These are all the things that we are going to discuss here. And after every class, we will provide a basic assignments. If you are facing any difficulty while you are completing your assignment also, we will guide you. At interview preparation also, we are doing here, like, so what are the different questions are asking in interview, and what are the different coding questions like related to Java and related to Selenium, and as well as Git, Maven, Jenkins. So what are the different interview questions they are asking? What are the different coding challenges they are providing in the interviews? We will discuss here. And resume writing also we will discuss here. And if there is any interviews opportunities are there, that will be posted on the Telegram group, which is related to Krish Automation Labs. So where the classes will be, like when will be the classes? Monday to Friday weekdays we are conducting the classes, and timings are 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Time Zone, and where the classes are available. So after every session, we will upload all the classes to the YouTube channel in the Krish Automation Labs, and the course duration is 2 months. For more information, you can contact these numbers and emails.